What's going on, everyone? We've got something different for us today, and that's because Apple just announced the new MacBook Pros by dropping a video on YouTube 2 hours ago, as I guess they do now, instead of their big old keynotes and inviting everyone to Apple Park or whatever. But we need to check it out and see what's new, so let's just jump right in. Let's hit it. Ooh. Am I at Disneyland? Oh, let's go. Disco is back, baby. This is a bop. I love how over the top their intros are with the drone footage and the sweeping transitions. Like, wow, Apple. Like, okay, we get it. You've got a budget. Oh, here comes the fancy renderings.
Here's Trevor to tell you more.
Really, guys? The wind machine when he opens the laptop? Okay.
Popular Space Black.
Yeah, Space Black,
It's
baby.
great for features in Apple Intelligence.
Okay, I'm going to pause it there. I just remembered we're going to hear the word AI way too much, so I don't recommend turning it into a drinking game, especially at midday.
4, so you can connect it all.
Okay, an extra
Next,
Thunderbolt port
we're
is pretty
super
handy.
excited.
Thank you. I think we're going to be hearing a lot throughout this video about uses we've known AI can do for some time, but now Apple's offering them, and so here they are like it's a brand new thing they invented because it's Apple Intelligence. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just going to hawk. It can transcribe things you say. It can give you Grammarly 2.0 and like help you rewrite stuff. And then I'm sure they'll give us image generation. They're going to put that into emojis if they haven't already. I can't remember. And they're going to let you edit photos faster by doing smart delete, which would just be an AI fill. If they do more than that, I'll listen, but a lot of this so far has already existed for about a year.
Use summarization to draft an abstract in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, summarizing with AI.
You'll also be able to take an original
Nothing
image
new.
that you created in Image Playground and add it right into
Image
your paper.
Playground? Who
It's
said they would have that?
incredible how much these, and in addition to using the personal context on your Mac to answer your questions, Siri will also be able.
I like that they use the phrasing personal context instead of what Microsoft did, which was more honest and say, we're going to screenshot a bunch of stuff you're doing so that we can know what you've seen to give you that context to help AI give you more informed answers later. Apple's being like, oh, it's cool. It's just hanging out with you. It knows your personal context. The only way it's going to know that context is if you give it access to all of your emails, all of your contacts, all of your iMessages, all of the things that you see on your screen. Like, you're going to have to check a lot of boxes. And if you check all those boxes, it's really not that different than letting it screenshot your screen every now and again. So, yeah, I see you, Apple. You didn't make the wrong turn that Microsoft did calling it recall and making it sound big and scary. But I see you.
We have one more chip in the M4 family to introduce, and that's M4 Max.
No way. They've
M4
never done a
Max
Max
is a
version
monster of a
before.
chip that pushes the boundaries. M4 Max has a 40-core GPU that's twice the performance of the one in M4 Pro.
You can throw as many GPU cores in there as you want. I would love for them to be bold enough to say, here's a side-by-side benchmark with a 4080, with a whatever. Like, just give me some relative PC card head-to-head, because to me, that's the benchmark that matters here.
So heavy workloads like denoising raw video footage in DaVinci Resolve Studio can now run in real time. The media engine.
That is actually something I would do, so I appreciate that example.
It delivers up to 3.5 times the performance of M1 Max and rips through the heaviest creative workloads.
You can tell how badly they want someone who's still rocking an M1 something to upgrade, because M1 was such a big upgrade from their last gen that people were just like, it's good enough. And so they're like, please buy something else besides the M1. Look, we've made it better, we promise. Oh, man.
And Cyberpunk 2077 is coming early next year. It's one of the most graphically demanding and complex games ever created, with advanced features like path tracing, frame generation, and built-in spatial audio for immersive gameplay and even more stunning visuals.
I mean, I hope they can make that deadline. If they can get Cyberpunk running on this thing, that'll be a pretty big boon for Mac gaming, which I'm not against. It's just, that's a decent development ask.
It means users get up to 24 hours of battery life, raising the bar of what they can do.
Got to make sure you mention the battery life, because that's still one of the big reasons why people buy MacBooks is just the solid battery life and the power efficiency.
We're also introducing an all-new nano texture display option, which significantly reduces reflections. So it's game-changing when working outside. MacBook Pro
That's actually
also
a good
gets
idea.
a new and it supports desk view, which adds a whole new dimension to your video calls.
Why? Why?
Max out all these great features from the
I'm sorry, when you're trying to like really drive home the sale and you say all these great features, literally this is, you get a decent webcam, a keyboard, an HDMI port, an SD card slot, MagSafe, which has been around forever. Like, so much of this is padding because, I mean, we'll get to it in a second, but it just feels like MacBook, slightly better, you know, nothing huge.
The 14-inch MacBook Pro with M4 now comes standard with 16 gigabytes of memory, which is double what it was before. And it will still start at
Finally.
$1599.
That is big. Yes, thank you. Minimum RAM, 16 gigs. Thank you.
We also have some news on MacBook Air. Now, on models with M2 and M3, we're doubling the starting memory to 16 gigabytes and keeping the starting price at just $999.
Okay, that I really like. I feel like out of this whole video, they're throwing this in like way at the end here, but I feel like picking up a now discounted 16 gig, 15-inch matte black MacBook Air is what I would do for my on-the-go laptop, because I don't want my laptop to be my only powerhouse thing. If this is your only computer, cool. MacBook Pro, yay, it's more powerful, it's more desktop competitive. That's great. But a lot of people just choose a MacBook to have something that'll last a long time and be solid for them as an on-the-go machine. And so I'm probably tempted to get the Air now, now that it has 16 gigs of RAM for cheaper. Thanks.
It's a terrific value for the world's best-selling laptop. The new Mac Mini is more versatile than ever.
I do love the new Mac
incredible
Mini.
Performance of M4 and M4 Pro in its
so tiny.
unbelievably compact design.
It's so cute.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.
Oh, bring that soundtrack back, baby. Oh, it's a good little plug there. Shot on iPhone again, eh? Well done. Well done.
And here again with a very svelte, very formidable favorite.
What? What am I watching right now?
He mounts with confidence.
What? The do not attempt at the bottom. I hope so. What?
Performer. So generous, in fact, he's included the judges.
I like how he intentionally threw it where the judges were and then had to move them out of the way so they wouldn't die.
Into a one-arm thrust.
What am I commenting on right now? What am I watching?
For what could be, and there it is, the pinky promise.
Oh man. You know what? That was great. Okay. I love that addition at the end there. Apple is often so like buttoned up. They have their very polished look about them kind of thing. And then when they try to be cheeky, usually they suck at it, like when they destroyed that piano. And so that was pretty great. That was a fun levity to cap their M4 event and all the computers they wanted to stuff the M4 in. But yeah, going back to that slide where like is the summary of like why you should have a MacBook Pro. Here it is. Yeah, I don't know if that's enough to make me like, I have like right now I've got an M2 MacBook Pro. I'm not seeing anything here that makes me want this. I think what it comes down to, what they kept saying over and over again, is basically if you are using an M1 MacBook Air to try and do like crazy AI modeling or rendering or video 4K editing, then yeah, it's probably good to give yourself some more horsepower and upgrade to this. They kept kind of kicking dirt on the M1 with how much faster the M4 was. So this would be a big upgrade for that. Or if you're on something older, like especially an Intel-based MacBook Pro, because their Intel chips are rather older, or you're, I don't know, a college student who mistakenly bought a Chromebook who actually wants to get real work done, then yeah, this would be great. But so would any modern laptop starting at $1,000. But yeah, if you're a Mac fan, then congrats. Mac got better. That's always good to see. But yeah, no real like big game changer features. Like sometimes Apple holds stuff back that makes us get crazy excited for it later, like when they took away MagSafe and the HDMI port, and then it came back and they squared it off the design a little bit. We're like, oh my gosh. And now we've had it for a while. Now it's like, okay, cool. That's how it is. That's sweet. Granted, I don't have that design of my MacBook, so I don't have a, yeah, I don't have an HDMI slot, so that would be nice to have, but it's not worth $2,000 for me. But anyway, that's the new MacBook Pro, so let me know in the comments if you are going to get one of these for yourself, and if you're not, what are you rocking right now? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next week.